In this video, I returned to a site where I'm monitoring the invasive plant issue, and I found this native sticky monkey flower. This one looks pretty good. It's got some open air, and as I was looking around, I started realizing that there was a lot of monkey flower that was absolutely buried in the invasive plants, like over there. Today we're going to think about ways that the invasive plants might affect the native plants, maybe in ways you hadn't thought of before. If you look closely, you can see that there is some monkey flower inside of here. There you can see it much better, but it's absolutely getting choked out by the vetch, the brome, and the oats. And I talk a lot about how making a little effort, take a few steps, will help. All right, well, today I'm going to start removing the invasives. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a trash bag. I don't know how many trash bags I could even carry out of here, because I'm going to need a lot. But here we go. I'm going to need both hands for this, so unfortunately you don't get to watch. Well, I do want to show this part, as I make my way in here. Here's one of the maybe less obvious effects. Without airflow, without sunlight, everything inside of here is subjected to rot. Just look at the length of this one that I'm unraveling. It was wrapped up all inside of here. It's a lot of plant. That's a lot of surface area that's being taken by a non-native. Just an observation that I'll share real quick while I'm removing some of this. I have seen monkey flower in 3 distinct habitats so far this spring, and something in common with each of those habitats is that while the monkey flower, even when it looks healthy, it will not blossom unless it's in full sunlight. Well, these invasives are making sure that this one doesn't get sunlight. So that stops the pollination process, stops the cross-pollination process, stops pollinators from coming and doing their thing, getting their food, while also helping this plant propagate. All these little things that we might not think about. It's pulled onto there. And in 2 out of those 3 locations, look at that, we had a soaproot down here that I didn't even see before. In 2 of those locations, as I was saying, the monkey flower is on sagebrush, California sagebrush. So the monkey flower likes to use a companion plant, a support plant. Here we have the vetch using the monkey flower. So quite an extreme change of situation. A plant that needs support is instead being forced to be a support. Look what I'm finding down low on the woodier stems of this monkey flower plant. It looks like, I don't know, it doesn't look good. And that could be from the vetch wrapped around it, the vetch preventing it from getting air, and the bark's just rotting off. Before I finish this entire project, I'm just gonna get a shot from the other side. I've been working from this angle. All this is part of that monkey flower that could not be seen. All this in here was full of vegetation. No air passage whatsoever. Look at this. I would feel bad, but it just fell over. It's not like I broke it off. I mean, look at that. There's not even an indication of the break point. This is just rotted. What a bummer. Wow, this just keeps coming. Found another soap plant buried under here, but the branches of this monkey flower keep coming down the hill where they're still buried. I had no idea this monkey flower is this big. Wow. Look at this. Did you know all this was in here? I didn't. All we saw before, if you remember, was this and that over there. All of this monkey flower plant was inside of those invasive plants. I mean, that was more than I anticipated. If I would have thought I was gonna record something this dramatic, I would have gotten more before shots, because this is crazy. Now, unfortunately, there are some things I found in here, such as wood just laying there. It's already too late. But what I'm proposing is to take the dead wood like that. Look, there's nothing at the tips. This has been rotted for a while. I'm gonna use this wood and shove it into the soil down there and create some supports to increase the airflow. I don't know if I got here in time for this thing to recover, but I tell you what, if I come back and all of this, all these parts of the plant that were buried before start flowering, like this part that was actually exposed to the sun, I'm gonna feel pretty good. I mean, I had to get way into here. Every little bit of this was just choked with invasive plant vegetation. There was no airflow at all. I want you to think about this. Think about fire fuel created through rot. Like what would have been living, healthy branches of a native plant were turned into dead wood, which of course eventually dries and would become fire fuel. Why? Because of a different negative effect of the invasive plants, causing an otherwise healthy, native, drought and fire resistant plant to turn into fire fuel itself. Give you a glimpse at my pile. You can't really tell how much there is because it just keeps going, but that's a lot of invasive plant that was inside of here. Now I need to haul it out. Okay, back on April 15th on a sunny day. I know it doesn't look gorgeous, but it is open. The sun is penetrating down to the bottom for a change. It's having a chance to air out and dry out. You can see the leaves finally. I'm back to haul out all the invasives like I promised. I hauled out some yesterday, but my bag got full. Anyway, gonna keep an eye on this.